Salutations everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Overlord 2. I'm your host, BrainBoy20. Where we'd last left off, we were doing some final preparations, some final hidden cutscenes, and building up our army. Now, in the meantime, I decided to grind out the remainder of two separate things before this, I assume to be final engagement. I actually don't know.
Very well, Master.
I actually honestly don't know. But just in case it's gonna force cutscenes and force timers, I just have one little final thing to show you all. So we're just gonna go to the hunting grounds real quick, for posterity's sake at least. And that one little thing is something I spent the good 5 hours yesterday night grinding out as well, because there's only one area that I've found to be able to do so with any ease. Say hello to the Brown Horde. Kind of a silly name, I know, but we are Romans, and we are strong together. Our champions are clearly marked by the silly hats on their heads. The only one we're missing is the Survivor champion, and I think the Dragon Skull one, because the Dragon Skull one was picked up by someone who should not have had it, i.e. one of the not Browns. And the Survivor champion's just too low level to show up normally, but who knows? We have a host of 400% minions ready and willing to do my bidding. Into the netherworld we go for one final assault. And that's the cutscene that greets me every time I go into this area. Well, never thought I'd see the day. Finally, time to take the fight to the Empire that kicked me in my teeth, forced the villagers to throw me out into the frozen wasteland, and set me on this path to overlordship. Ah, glorious. Everyone never seems to realize what kind of nightmare they themselves create. Let's view this audience, shall we?
If you're ready, sire, we'll take the Tower Heart to the edge of the city. We need to find a way of firing it into the city wall. The release of magical energy will be able to knock out the anti-magic shield for good. Remember, your choice of first mistress will provide mounts for certain minion groups. Mistress Kelda can provide your browns with wolves. Mistress Faye can bring your red salamanders. And Juno, she will make sure your greens are fully mobile. Are you sure you're ready, Master?
Most assuredly, I am ready.
Be careful of Empire ladies, sire. They've got a way of making all
Kelda is my current first mistress. All my minions are at their maximum power for minion hives, and yes, I did do the greens off screen from last episode. So, sound the horns of war and unleash the dogs. It's time. And don't we have a catapult right outside the Empire City? How we got in there in the first place?
This is as close as Grubby could get to the city's anti-magic shield. You'll need to bring the Tower Heart closer to be able to do any lasting damage. And that's the best kind of damage. With the help of Giblet, the minions have managed to build 3 catapults. There are 3 nearby hills that would make good spots to use them. You'll need to wipe out the Empire forces nearby and bring the Tower Heart onto the hill, so I can send Grubby in with the catapults. I can practically smell the carnage, sire.
Well, gentlemen, welcome to Let's Play Shadow of War. So, we actually have a choice, I think. Or do we actually have to take all 3? Oh, I'm assuming we're going to have to take all 3 in sequential order and use the catapults to breach open each defense. We have 400%. However, I don't know how many Wolf Riders we're going to be given, so I'm actually going to cut down what minions I've got in favor of a few reds, just to even out our DPS in total, while still having browns. I think the champions are prioritized. Yes, this Boreas is champion. And we'll have
blue, reds, browns.
our Browns will be the ones to carry the Tower Heart in, and be the first into any engagement. So let's see what we can do here.
My wolves are ready to help you rip out a few Empire throats. Good luck, dearest. Make Solarius pay for bringing Boreas and his crevices to Nordberg.
Agreed. Wait, can I just go back and change it at any time and hear all of their speeches? In theory.
Blue rounds.
Alright, the mounts are selected. My guess is that salamanders are actually probably going to be the better of the bunch to actually use, as the salamanders with their flamethrower abilities would make short work of any of the Empire. Oh, I have a chance to free the slaves. Wow, that's disappointing, actually. Alright, well, let's gut them immediately with wolves. I mean, no harm, no foul in making my forces all the stronger. Oh hey, there are more wolves. Or at least there's more of a use of them. Ah, okay, they generate an infinite number. No, 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 no. You are not escaping. No, 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 they can't, no. Not yet. Oh no. We have to make sure this hits them blindsided. Blindsided is what I meant to say.
If you're feeling a little low on mana yourself, sire, you can always recharge from the Tower Heart. Don't worry, there's plenty to go around.
Fire arrows are probably
There's
gonna
the
hit us
first
here.
hill. Deal with the Empire troops, and then get your minions and the Tower Heart onto it.
Oh yeah, they can just break through anyway. Alright, I need you to start dealing with the archers. I can start burning the rest of the troops. We don't want archers taking out our back line.
Brown! Blue! Reds!
Reds, I actually want you to position yourself right here to burn them alive, will you?
Minions!
Well, that's what I
Use
would
the
be
catapults
saying.
to flatten the Empire forces.
I was gonna say, that's what I would be saying if our Reds were actually able to fire over the hill. Wait, how are these not dead? You lost a wolf. How dare you? No, no, no. Browns, please. Cut them out of their little hidey hole. I'm not going to brook any interference in this plan.
Brown mounts.
Oh, we just lost a mount. Never mind. That's fine then. I can replace it eventually.
Browns.
I don't know what to do here. You know what? I've got plenty of
Minions.
bleeding time, so I will set them all into position. Alright, I think I vaguely remember how to utilize this. He says as he misses. Alright, I think this is close enough. Excellent. One good hit. And we'll hit them once again for good measure. Right, this is actually finicky. Because I have to do it just as soon as the animation strikes for hitting most of this opposition and gutting them.
I wonder if I could use one of those things for hunting.
You can, but you need to hunt fairly big game, you understand. Alright, so I can do it a little bit further. This one should be good enough to actually strike at some of them. Oh, I'm mistaken. Ah, like playing bowling. What, you never heard of bowling? It's this fantastic little sport where you knock pins over using massive round boulders. How come you've never heard of it? It's been a Nordbergian sport since the very beginning, or since the dawn of time and even in the dawn of my childhood. I mean, I had magic, so I had the advantage in all of these, but, well, who exactly cares about the advantage? Are you not even, you're not even marching towards the bloody fence? I hope there goes your commander. This should be good. There we
Make sure
go.
You also take out those guard towers, sire.
Oh, I didn't forget. I was going to hit those at any point soon. I just wanted to get rid of the actual ground troops first. Okay, I can go a lot further than that. Alright, this should hit the guard tower just fine. No. So I need to wait for 5 clicks. Alright, this should hit the guard tower smack dab in the center. And no more archers for you. Are you sending more? My, aren't you the sharpest tools in the shed? I have a defensible position with siege equipment beyond compare. Send whomever you want, they're not going to live. Are there archers here? Don't you dare hit my reds! You monsters! What do you think we're going to do there? Alright, this should hit... Yeah, it hits the last row. Although I don't think we're actually getting much elsewhere. You people! You're not even people. You're being a nuisance, and I demand that you stop. Or I'm gonna get nasty. You know what? I am going to get nasty. No more building for you. There we go. I'm always falling short, but it's so much easier just to fall a little bit short of any of these assaults. Look, you're marching with no army, Commander. I don't think you understand how poor of an idea this is. No worries, we have a lot of practice with hitting this section in particular. I said, we have a lot of... Are you just running? Excellent.
Make sure you also take out those guard towers, sire.
He can just go and die in a moment. They seem to have forgotten the fact I've got my entire host of reds right there, which should gut them if they try anything. Anyway, one more guard tower demolished. Should probably also see if I can hit that structure in the far distance. Ah, it looks like a fortification. Okay. My god, this cat... No, is this a catapult or is this a trebuchet? I don't see anything else that's actually worth striking down. As of right now. Although I should be able to hit Empire City from here regardless. Alright, yeah, well, we're good. What is spacebar? Alright everyone, back together.
Red minions!
Can I go back and get the mounts for my dogs? Seriously, you wouldn't think fat men in golden armor would actually be worth anything, would you? Right, the Tower Heart. It's also nice that we have our own siege equipment. Oh, yes, wait, what am I doing?
Browns! Blue! Red minions!
I actually want just normal minions to carry this.
Red minions!
There we go. Honestly, the blue's here for posterity's sake. I've got this pimpin' army in the front. I don't feel like losing it.
Browns!
There we go. One more minion. On a mount for our own using pleasure. Or for our own leisure. Ignore that I just said that. Let us go and gut everything that's around here, because I know there's a small tent that's awaiting absolute demolishment. Alright, well, if you're going to be right there, I'm going to have to make use of Plan Beta, which is making use of my minions.
Oh! Minions!
I just need my reds, that's all. Just my reds. And I can go deal with this gargantuan with no problem. That's a spell catalyst. I thought there was only 9. Nope. I thought I dodged that. Oh, right. They produce more. Go burn up the place, please. Of course, I would lose some reds. Most likely through completely dumb and arbitrary reasons, but I would lose some reds. This is why I made the entire army work like this. No, you don't. Those are my minions. Alright, there we go. Another gargantuan has fallen. I don't want you to pick up the helmet, because the helmet should go to my browns. I want all of you together. Reds, go pick up the spell catalyst, because we need to transport it back to home base. Apparently, I was wrong about this being the final mission.
Minions!
Well, if this is going to take this long, I have no problem whatsoever. Oh, wait. Come on. I want to play fancy. None of you?
Brown, blue, red!
None of you want to play fancy? That's actually disappointing. But we need to go back for the Tower Heart regardless. So we might as well.
You choose all!
I could definitely go with more browns at this point, but I'll have to deal with this. Also, it's really annoying that they only reveal this concept of the gateway for my mounts at the very end. I could have thought of many more instances where this would have been more
Another
useful.
spell catalyst, sire! Don't forget to visit the magic room and assign it to a spell.
At this point, I might choose the full domination spell as opposed to Halo, because I'm not really using it. Admittedly, with their power to explode, it's becoming a lot more useful, considering in my own personal tests, I decided to empower one of my minions, and I didn't realize that their explosion on contact still left them alive. Which might be surprisingly useful. I'm also disappointed that I didn't raid this town.
Blue, brown!
I considered it a mistake that I didn't raid this hamlet, so let's make sure that the countryside is completely unsafe for them. Ah, yes. A few more civilians. We always have time for it. And just to make it easier, and so we don't have to take 10 years. Can I go? No, I can't. I thought I could be cheeky and just head in that general direction, but they've broken their own bridge. Oh well. A lot of just random rivers and ravines here. Those things don't even look that deep. I could ford it just fine.
Mounts!
Alright, well, where's the next Empire lout that's going to try and stop me? Ah, there they are. What? Are those bombers? Are they afraid of their own explosives? You know what, let's gut them before they get a chance.
Reds!
Let's just burn him. Burn him! This isn't difficult.
Minions! Mounts!
And also, for the Tower Heart, where is it? I actually need this. I don't think it's going to mystically teleport.
Minions! Reds!
Or are you all, a lot of you, just that incompetent? I have to go all the way back to grab the Tower Heart. What is wrong with you? Oh, okay, you actually brought it over there and just didn't bother following. No, can you... I am trying to target the Tower Heart. One more. Please do keep up.
Minions! Mounts!
Do keep up. This is supposed to be an epic final battle, not a final show of your stunning incompetence in my army. Seriously, I might have to engage in some eugenics to get these people to have some intellect for themselves. Maybe make them a bit bigger too, meaner. Might wipe out their more mystical traits, but we might be able to have Scythe teach... Since Scythe seems to be moderately intelligent, we might be able to teach them necromancy. Although I'm going to have to take in a lot more magical energies myself if that happens. Maybe I might crack my predecessor out of that infernal abyss and claim it for myself. Who knows, it might be useful. Oh, you're afraid of wolves. How funny. That's a trap if I ever saw one. Come back. Wait. There's a mausoleum right here. I'm going to go and break this place wide open. No, I'm not. Ah, health potions. How nice, you actually do pay attention to me. Alright, well, let's see. What's the deal with this place?
Reds!
I mean, we could just burn their commander. This isn't that difficult. They're not popping out of there. There seems to be an obscene amount of people who can become slaves in my glorious regime just right here. Right in the middle of the road that we can easily take. Oh, and since they no longer have their commander, we should be able to burn them to... Oh, no, their commander is now being cheeky. Come on, you can let them through. How is their commander surviving? Oh, he's trying to get back to his original position, I think. Come on, look at this. They're slaughtering their own people.
Reds!
I just need a few lucky hits. That's basically it. Like, I actually can't physically get through this. They basically wall you off.
Minions!
Just because the commander's in the way. Unless I can just strike break regardless. I can just strike break regardless. I don't know what I was thinking. Please, let me through. Let me through. You're killing my wolves. This I will not stand for, and I will come to your commander and wipe him out. Please, let me end his miserable, pathetic existence so I can actually get my minions together in the fray. Browns, rest of you, engage! What the ever-living heck are you all doing? No, do not pick up any random bits of equipment and gear. Revive them.
Reds!
More irritating than intended, but...
Minions! Browns!
Oh, we lost 4 of them. Ah, well, we've got enough spare.
Minions! Reds! Minions! Mounts!
What are those? Cherry bombs? Be thankful I can't hit you. Be thankful that my reds are immune to fire arrows, or I'd actually be annoyed. Okay, I'm already a bit peeved by this. So, where is this little place that's producing endless amounts of guards for my amusement? Yes, got them. Bloody well, thank you. Jesus. Get the Tower Heart here so we can summon the catapult and actually get started.
Catapult. You know what to do, Great One.
Yes, I do. I would very much like to get some browns together first and fill out the remainder of the armada that's supposed to be here. You know what? Blues are actually wholly useless to me right now. So let us get everyone equipped. What? There we go.
They're
first things
practically lining
first.
up to be squashed.
Is that another health object? Perhaps I am very, very wrong about what's still here. Oh, that's actually a nice little touch. The arrows, if they hit the rock mid-flight, the arrows hitting the rock mid-flight will actually be stopped, I think. There we go. Now they're probably going to go to their second row, but they're not going to get a chance to reach the second row because they'll be crushed
Siege
under
towers,
stone.
take them out before they reach you.
Siege towers. Oh, siege towers. Right, I'm probably going to need a fairly lengthy distance to be able to connect with any sense of regularity, so let us get the full draw of our might. Oh, that still didn't work. Yeah, there's no one behind there. Alright, this should take it out. There we go, another lion's head down. This one will require a full draw and a little patience, so fling! Oh, it still didn't bloody work. Huh. You can't tell me to care about the siege towers, yet on your end, there's not much I can really do here. Well, I either hit the one on the right or I hit the one on the left. Both are fine. Alright, so we nullified the point of this siege tower? Question mark? There's no one on top to actually stop me. Or do I need to hit the lion directly on its head? You know, if your men weren't so disorganized, they might have been able to actually stop me. But alas, they're quite useless. Alright, that should finish it off at least. No? Okay. There we go. They've been squashed. Let us hit some of their fortifications first and foremost. Or at least do what we can. Ah, that's where the third hill is going to be. Well, not so much of a hill, but as I said before, it's some form of defense. You thought you were being clever. Right, this should at least destroy it. Excellent. Ooh. Well, just a day before retirement, eh, Praetorian? One good full swing, and you should fall. Okay. Slightly to the left. Just for posterity's sake, I now feel the absolute urge to do this. Just because I want to hit this crossbowman with the stone. Okay, so it is legitimate. I have to aim a little bit down, so before the fourth one reaches its full draw. There we go. This should connect. That's so strange. I'm sorry, now I have to do this. I'm sorry, it's purely for my own good that I have to do this. Or he's immune. I'm just gonna write him off as he's immune. Ah, wolves.
Blue! Minions! Mounts!
Do I not have any more? Or... Well, much like that extra health object that I'm surprised is even there. Let us have the Reds continue carrying this thing.
Minions! Mounts!
The enemy is already in a disorganized retreat.